Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you once again to this very platform. Wherever you are joining us from, I appreciate you and I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide you, protect you. Please, if you have not yet subscribed to this very channel, kindly subscribe, like, and share. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. In this platform, we bring information that has to do with the Biafran people, information that has to do with the Zoological Republic. In this platform, we bring details and videos close to your doorstep so that you can understand what is going on in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. I want to share with you a very important video. You are going to see the way politicians are playing their games in Nigeria. The same old people coming back to give solution to the trouble they have caused, to the destruction they themselves have caused. It is obvious that Nigeria is irredeemable. They know it and they know it very well. The only solution to the problem of Nigeria today is that every region should go their separate ways. The Oduduwa should go their ways, the Arewa should go, Biafran should go, and the Middle Belt should go on their way. That is the way to make peace. Watch these politicians and see what they are saying. Their lies is being exposed. Let's watch.
Refining. Imagine if today those refineries that we privatize were working almost like 15, 18 years ago. Today we will not have pressure on FS. We will not have the PMS supply challenges today. So you saw the future and you work towards building that future. So any reasonable Nigerian will always say, thank you for what you did. And if possible, come to you to learn how we are able to carry those reforms. So we can be able to learn from those things we did in 1999, which if they have been consolidated by successive government in the past, today will not be in this economic challenges that is facing us. So we'll start by saying thank you for what you have done for our country. And also to let you know that these lawmakers here today are passionate and have confidence that Nigeria can still work. And that is why most of us here today are co-sponsors in the bill for political restructuring. We strongly believe that a stable political atmosphere will help our country to go forward. And that's why we have a proposal for a single-term presidency of 6 years and for power to rotate between North and South, and for all elections in the country to hold in one single day. The reason is that the electoral system has been bastardized over the years. If we can have one election in one day, the bandwagon effect and the insecurity that is associated with the election will not happen because there will be massive participation, there will be large turnout of people. And you know that with the election in one day, once the accreditation is used to announce the State House of Assembly result, it can no longer change even when you get to presidential. So we believe that in the midst of all this uncertainty, that we can, rejig some of these laws, election in all elections in one day, and a single term of 6 years and power to rotate between North and South. This is driven by the reason that the instability that goes with the political process is part of the reason why we're also in this mess and other restructurings that we're proposing. But we're here today to learn from you. We are here today to interact with you. We're here today to tell you that we're all proud of what you have done. And as young Nigerians who are desirous of a stronger, united, and sustainable Nigeria, and at this time of economic uncertainty and crisis, maybe there'll be one or two things that we all can share, even in the proposed amendment we want to do, and other ways to go about it that can help us to achieve the Nigerians of our dream. So it's more of interaction, it's more of commendation, and more of informing you so that in the House of Representatives, we are committed, especially some of us that are here today, that Nigeria can still work and that we can learn from those who have tried it and have made impact. And that is why we are here to appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Within the 3 senatorial districts of each state. Take my state, for example, Kogi State, sir. If not by divine intervention, I am from Kogi Central, the Ibera people. It's only one axis that will have been having it. As I'm talking to you now, the western axis, the Yoruba-speaking part has not had it. And we don't know whether it will get to their turn. The same thing is happening in Benue State. You know more than I do, sir. We're just pleading to you, the founding fathers, that if this can be looked into, it will down the agitations by several ethnic groups and the problem we are having. Let it be made compulsory that power should rotate within the 3 senatorial districts of each state. Some states are already doing it, but in some places, it's the larger ethnic groups that always want to do it, and it doesn't mean to work for this country. So thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you. What we have achieved. What I would say is that, well, when we were there, we did our best. But like you rightly said, how I wish that the foundation we made, they continue to build on it, even if not as fast. But what seemed to have happened is that some of the blocks we have put in place have been removed. Sadly, I would say. But what I know about Nigeria, and that is the consolation, and for you and for me, what I know about Nigeria is that if we get it right, the leadership, the team, because one tree does not make a forest. You need a good leader, but you also need the team to work with the leader. And if you get the leadership and the team right, the point is that in a space of 2.5 years, we will put the past behind us. In another 10 years, the firm foundation and the edifice on which we can build will be set. And in one generation of about 25 years, we are there and we are gone. But what we have been doing in the past is you take 2 steps forward, 1 step aside, and probably 2 or 3 steps back. And that won't get us anywhere. So, you see, for me, it's not so much the system, except that we have to rethink what we call democracy, the Western liberal democracy, where they talk of loyal opposition. In African system, what we do is we sit down, and we get consensus, we get commonality, and after we have done that, there's no opposition, there's no proposition. Everybody comes to, and we move together. Because in that case, we are not, the word for opposition in almost all African languages that I have looked into is enemy. Then what do you do with enemy? Loyal enemy? Nothing like that. Now, and that is what we do. Once you take it, yes, it is yours. The winner takes all. The opposition goes into the wilderness. That is not right. Because you have to join hands together. You don't go into my village and say, look, this is the government, this is the other opposition. We run the village together. You can sit down and argue and talk about things and debate and discuss, and when then we move together as a village, as a community. Maybe that's part of what we have to look at. You know, the issue for me, if you get it right, whether you have one term of 6 years, or 2 terms of 4 years, or 2 terms of 5 years. Where we need to work is our mentality. We have to decarbonize our brain. Brothers, look, if you give him one term of 6 years, he can do the same harm that he will do in 2 terms of 4 years. He will do. The only thing is that, well, he will do what he will do over the period of 6 years. Whereas over the period of 4 years, if he's not doing well and the system is working, you have an INEC you can trust, you have a system that you can trust, then you will do 4 years and he's not doing well, you vote him out. The point is that, can you vote him out? Our experience has shown that once he's in, you may not be able to vote him out. So we are now looking at, okay, maybe he comes in and do 6 years, you won't have to vote him out or vote him in. But then the harm that can be done in 6 years. I will say I am open to whatever you come up with. But that, to me, is not our main problem. Our main problem is ourselves. And until we take care of ourselves, it doesn't matter. We may have 1 term of 4 years, 1 term of 6 years, 1 term of 7 years. If it's the same people and the same mentality and the same way we do things, it won't change. So our beginning is ourselves, to my mind. Yes, system, yes, democracy. We have to rethink democracy. We have to rethink the form of government. What is the character of the people that are in government? With all due respect, most of them should be behind the bar. And that is the truth. Most of them should be behind the bar. Some should even be in the gallows. Now, if these are the people that are ruling us, then what do you expect? It doesn't matter whether you make whatever you make it will not. So the point is that the character of the people that are coming to government, their attributes, the sort of people, who are they? In my own part of the world, even when you want to give a daughter for marriage, you say, hey, look at the background. What is the pedigree? And that is one thing we really need to think about. How do we select leaders? What should be the character of the leaders we select? What should be their track record? What should be, where should we find them? Are they role models? And I think that's what is the first thing we have to think about. Because it doesn't matter whether you make it 1 term of 6 years, 2 terms of 5 years, 2 terms of 4 years, 2 terms of 3 years, the same people, the same way of doing things, we aren't going to get out of it. So maybe if we look at what should be the criteria for picking and way of doing it, we have, for instance, something in our constitution called federal character. Has federal character pointed out or taken up any government in this country that, look, what you have put together is not federal character enough? Have they done? And then have we got federal character in all the cases that we have had? And yet we have a federal character commission which is constitutional. So, what are we talking about? Look at, in your own case, with all due respect, you are not supposed to fix your salary or your allowances. It's supposed to be done by the revenue mobilization and what? Okay. But you decide what you pay yourself, the allowances that you give yourself, newspaper allowances, pant allowances, sheeting allowances. You give yourself all sorts of things, with all due respect. And you know it's not right. It is not right. It is not right for me to be the one to determine what I pay myself. It's immoral. And then you are doing it. The Senate is doing it. And you beat your chest. And in some cases, even the executive give you what you are not entitled to. You all got 200 million naira, even when the man is stolen. You will say, now you alone go still, leave him. So we have a lot to do. For me, I will again thank you for coming. I believe what you are doing is very important. We should never stop looking at our system, but let us look at ourselves. We have to reposition ourselves. And the harm that we are doing to ourselves in Nigeria, we are not doing to Nigeria alone. We are doing to West Africa. We are doing to Africa. And we are doing to the black race all over the world. Because God doesn't make a mistake. We have the largest concentration of black people in the world in this small land area called Nigeria. And if the black man will make it, it has to be Nigeria leading the black man for making it. To the extent that we are not making it, we are disappointing ourselves. We are disappointing our region of West Africa. We are disappointing our continent of Africa, and we are disappointing the black man everywhere in the world. They look up to us. If God has put the largest concentration of black men here, God expects something better than what we are doing. So I'm all with you, but let us to go about it the right way. The right way meaning let us look at ourselves. It's not can't go on the way it's going on. And the youth, whatever we may say to them or to them, what they are demanding is what is the word that is legitimate. As I said, you are what you are today because you are a Nigerian. I am what I am today because I'm a Nigerian. So why should they be Nigerian and be languishing in poverty? Why? And then they make demand for that. and we are not listening to them. They make demand for that, and we are treating it with levity. We are sitting on a keg of gunpowder. They are frustrated, they are desperate, they are angry, they are hungry, they are unemployed, they are in abject poverty. What do we expect? Those boys and girls that have tried to go over the Sahara and go over the Mediterranean, they had 3 hurdles to cross. The Sahara, the ill treatment in the Mediterranean country on this side, whether it's Algeria or Libya or wherever, they go through hell. Then the Mediterranean. Then when they landed on the other side, some of them came here. I listened to them and I was weeping. Now, why should they go through that? Because what you and I have not given them the attention that they deserve. And that's it. So, I am here with you, and I will be here with you, but let us get it right, and let us do it right. Thank you very much.
My fellow Biafrans, after watching this clip, I want you to be the judge for yourself. Go to the comment section and write on the comment section, tell me what you feel about this. I thank God for the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. Biafran people are going to defend themselves. If it's going to take everyone out to defend Biafra, we will do that till the last man standing. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide our Liberation Army. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity and equity. We move airborne. Thank you and stay safe.